Meeting call to order. Have a roll call.
Dr. Robinson? Here. Mr. West?
Here.
Dr. Blunt? Here. Mrs. Ware? Here. Mr. James?
Here, everyone here. Okay, we have, oath of office.
Don't you look at me. There's noise.
Where do I understand? Can I just sit here? Okay, we're doing the oath of office for Dr. Cecile Diane Bunch. You repeat after me. I state your name.
Cecile Diane Bunch,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
support the Constitution
support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of
of the
Mississippi,
State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office of
from holding the office of
trustee of the Natchez-Adams School District,
trustee of the Natchez-Adams School District,
that I will
that I will
faithfully discharge
faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am
upon which I am
about to enter,
about to enter,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything on the agenda that needs to be added or taken off at this time?
Mr. James, I would like to add under I'm gonna add 5.5 under presentations, recognition of administrative assistants, appreciation.
Okay. It's 5.5. Anything else?
Move we adopt the agenda.
Second.
Been moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
It passes 5-0. Okay, there's no public comment. Recognition and presentations, Mr. Field. They is the, Natchez Middle School, I
Mr. James, members of the board, we have some outstanding Natchez-Adams School District students to honor today. When the people was doing the agenda, we have so many students that we need to recognize that we're gonna have to break them up into some this month and some next month, so we can get them all in. But they have been rocking and rolling, doing some great things, and you'll see down in your agenda the results of the great things that they've been doing. So we're gonna recognize first our Natchez Middle School TSA students, our Technology Student Association group. Natchez-Adams School District presents this certificate of special recognition to Christopher Alexander in recognition for being selected as the Mississippi Technology Student Association Middle School Teacher of the Year. Cherie Irvin. Okay, we'll correct that. First place in promotional marketing, Cora Allen. Second place in leadership strategies, Chloe Bassett. Kavion Curtis, second place in leadership strategies. Elena Mize, second place in leadership strategies. Chloe Bassett, fourth place in children's stories. You read last.
Gross.
Amaya Gross, fourth place in children's stories. Jeanette Knight, 4th place in children's stories. Jasmine Timmons, 4th place in children's stories.
So some of those students will travel, and it's further on down in our agenda, but those students will represent the school district on a national level in Orlando, Florida. This
All right, well, I know this group is here. Natchez-Adams School District presents the certificate of special recognition to Serenity Patton in recognition for winning 2nd place in 6th grade math at the 2024 State Beta Convention and earning a chance to compete at the National Convention. Serenity Patton.
Ms. Penn has a little advantage because her mom is a math teacher.
Lexi Borges, 4th place in 6th grade science. Adeline Blaylock, 1st place in pottery project. Naomi Bird, 4th place in the elementary spelling bee. I ain't getting your pitch.
You don't believe me. I won't do it justice.
Oh, that's your child?
That is, yeah.
You didn't see it.
No.
Andrea Knox, 5th place in 5th grade language arts. Bryson Prater was elected the Mississippi Beta Vice President. Sanaya Jefferson, in recognition for serving as the 2023-2024 State President for Elementary Beta. Who did I be?
So we are elated about the performance of our students. This is not just this year, but in years past, our students excel when they are able to compete with other students from around the state. And we are excited about the opportunity to allow our students the opportunity to be exposed on a national level. So we know that parents, school employees, teachers, and sponsors are working diligently to make certain that we are able to have the finances and to make certain that our children are able to compete on that national level. And we're just certain that they're going to perform just as well. So we are extremely proud of all of you for your performance. So thank you.
Okay. Okay, we got 5.3 now. So you did 5.1 and 5.2.
Yes, sir.
5.3 is room.
Good evening, Mr. James, Ms. McDonough Green, members of the board. We're bearing greetings today to you all from Natchez High School, capital board of our nation. Ms. McDonough Green, gonna pull up the.
I am.
While she's pulling up today, I just want to remind everyone that state testing will begin in Natchez High School next Tuesday in the content area of Volume 1. I want you to pray for our senior retesters as they currently are taking their retest at this present time to determine whether or not they're graduating. Teachers have been working diligently with them throughout the school years, after school, during school, in the session. Do everything we can to give our students the best opportunity to graduate from Natchez High School and go on and be college and career ready. So.
The report is also in your board package, I'll put it on the screen.
I'm gonna go over the 39 weeks benchmark assessment data that we have compiled in Natchez High School, recently. In the content area English 2, you'll see that our students scored 50% proficiency. Growth for all of our students is 66%, and growth for our Bible performance 25% is 53%. For math, that'll be algebra 1, 28% of our students score proficient, 73% of our students achieve growth for all, and 59% of our lowest performing 25% show growth as well. And biology science is 14% proficiency. And history, I think,
56.
history is 56.
Brings on 26.
What's the next one? Okay. The total student enrollment for the month of March, we had 635 students. Students' average daily attendance was 90.63. Percentage of students that we had with 2 or more absentees during the month of March was 38%. Teacher attendance rate was 71%, and number of discipline referrals was 64 total discipline referrals. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright. Safety report. You're not here?
Miss James is in, well, she was in the hallway. She's in the hall.
She's coming.
Good afternoon. Mr. James and the board, how you all doing? I'm Angela James, Natchez High School career coach. A quarterly report this morning. As of April 16, 2024, we have 18 Natchez High School students that have registered on the website with Mississippi Works, and those are students that do not plan to attend college. They want to go directly into the workforce. And with that registration, that site will help them get jobs through the Mississippi Planning and Development out of Jackson, Mississippi. Major Clarity. Major Clarity is a program that's set up for students that gives them 2 different assessments, a personality assessment and a learning style assessment. They have the opportunity also to enter their transcripts. So as of today, we have all of the 9th grade students at Natchez High registered in Major Clarity. They have put in their transcripts from 7th grade, 8th grade, and 9th grade, and it also gives them a path in which they are interested in taking from that assessment that they take. So I love Major Clarity, and I think that's one program that truly needs to stay in Natchez-Adams School District, and we're currently working on the 10th grade students at this time. Every senior in Natchez High School has completed and has a complete resume to carry on to college or to the workforce. We have 8 seniors that are working in paid internships in the Natchez-Adams School District. We have 2 Love and Faith Care. We have 1 Lashik Decor, Natchez Police Department, Bruce Counseling Agency, Miss Lou Dental, and Heidelberg Law Office. We have 8 students that are getting paid internships, making between $16 and $20 an hour. We have 4 additional students that are waiting on their paid internship that will be through TMR Automotive with Bishop Stanley Searcy and Brenda Searcy. These positions will allow them to work in the automotive department as mechanics, tire technician, automotive parts and service, upholstery, and body shop. So though the paperwork has been submitted to APR for them, APR will pay for those internships, We did go out and view the place where they would be, and it is absolutely marvelous, the auto department that Bishop Stanley Cersei and his wife has. So those students are waiting.
You paid away?
Oh, the Bishop is here, okay. I didn't know he was here. But yes, those students, we're just waiting on the onboarding process to come back. I didn't know you were here, Bishop. Okay.
Hey, that was free advertising.
It is, it's a great place. And we currently have one student that's already working there, that's being paid by Bishop Stanley Cersei, as we speak. One of
Is this
our
a new
Natchez High
business?
schools.
Is this a new business?
Yes, it's been there for like 2 years.
2 years.
About 2 years now, yes it is. We have 8 students that were waiting with USDA with the Royalty ID internship in agriculture. It's a hands-on experience for them. We're waiting on funding to come back for them where they will be paid through USDA with agriculture that they want to go in. And it's through James Berry and a program that he has. So if you ever look it up, it's through Royalty ID, and what these cowboys in agriculture do is just simply amazing. So once that funding comes through, those students will be allowed to go into that internship. March the 27th, 2024, Natchez High School seniors participated in a real world experience, part 2, that was very successful. We did invite some of the community members out, and they did come and thought it was fantastic. On April the 23rd and April the 26th, we have senior students, 13 senior students that are going on April the 23rd to a craftsman's clinic. And on April the 25th, we have 13 students that will be going to a craftsman's clinic at Colleen Kapow Lincoln Junior College, right here where they can see firsthand the different clinics and the programs that they offer. Colleen comes to speak to us about the programs, but we think it's important that the students go out to see firsthand what those programs are, what they look like, to see if they're interested. And we have more than, I think it's a total of 26 students that are going out to this clinic on the 23rd and the 24th. I'll stop right there. It's more that I could say. We had a meeting today, where we are trying to get students in with, sports management and sports medicine, where we're going to allow job shadowing for those students to help with the coaches with, the different sports, football, basketball, baseball, track, tennis, and soccer. So we had a meeting today, myself, Ms. Reynolds, Mr. Cleveland Moore, Ms. Woodard, and Mr. Steve Davis on how we can train those students that want to go into sports medicine. They will go and do job shadowing with Ms. Woodard in her clinic if that is something they want to pursue in the future while they do it within the Natchez-Adams School District. That is my report. Do we have any questions?
No, great. Fantastic.
Thank you, so.
The addition of career coaches has just been phenomenal for our school district. I am excited about what Natchez High School, Fallon, and Natchez Early College are going to look like in the next year or two. The career coach is a wonderful stepping stone as Mrs. Reynolds and that team prepares to move towards a career academy model. Just to think about the opportunities that our children have now to get real world, on-the-job experience in order to determine if it's something that they actually want to pursue. Mr. Fields and I had an opportunity to go to Merritt Hospital last week as they acknowledged our health science students who have been in shadowing at the hospital in the various departments, and to hear that those employers talk about what they have seen in our students was just inspiring. So again, we're just excited about the direction that we are moving for our children.
I have one question. I didn't hear the sport of golf mentioned. Is that something that y'all consider that?
It's listed on here, I just forgot to mention it.
Okay.
5.5.
5.5, Mr. James, members of the board, the Mississippi School Board Association declares, the school district administrative assistant and board clerks appreciation week. So I will read the proclamation that says, whereas the school district administrative assistants and board clerks serve in an indispensable role. I'll say that again, an indispensable role, providing valuable support to the school board and superintendent. Whereas administrative support is a necessity in performing the mission of educating students by providing valuable assistance in district office and board operations and helping to establish an environment of excellence for the board and superintendent. Whereas the work of administrative assistants and board clerks requires technical skills in customer service, organization, time management, communication, and project management. And whereas the school district administrative assistants and board clerks, in the performance of their duties, work beyond the call of duty to prepare for and attend school board meetings and other board-related concerns. And as whereas, school district administrative assistants and board clerks make daily contributions to the educational process by providing assistance in district office and board operations and helping to establish a quality climate for the board and superintendent which is focused on student success. Therefore, be it resolved that the Mississippi School Board Association Board of Directors does hereby declare April 22nd through the 28th, 2024 as a school district administrative assistant and board clerks appreciation week in the state of Mississippi. Be it further resolved that the Natchez-Adams School District School Board joins the Mississippi School Board Association in recognizing the outstanding contributions of the administrative assistants and or board clerks of this school district by officially supporting the designation of April 22nd through 28th, 2024 as the school district administrative assistant and board clerks appreciation week in Mississippi. We ask that the board join with us in declaring this week as Administrative Assistants Appreciation Week. And we know that we have the most awesome administrative assistant and board clerk in the state of Mississippi, and I will mention the state in the nation.
Give it up for Lakeisha.
So we're going to certain to shower her with appreciation sentiments next week.
Yes.
I'd like to offer a motion that we would include that as a part of the record in our minutes.
Second.
Remove the second, all in favor? Passes 5-0.
Did you get that again?
It was gonna be in there.
Okay. All right, now we have item 6, approval of minutes, approval of March 18, 2024 special meeting minutes, approval of March 19, 2024 regular meeting minutes. For your approval.
I move that we approve 6.1 and 6.2. Second.
Move the second, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Approval of consent items. Anything in consent items need to be moved to action item at this time? And if not, can we get approval?
I move that we approve the constant items 7.1 through 7.6.
Okay. Then move. All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 8, 8.1.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. James, members of the board, Mrs. McDonald Green, Mr. King. On behalf of the interim superintendent, the Office of Human Resources is presenting the personnel board report for Tuesday, April 16, 2024. It is the recommendation of the superintendent that the board of trustees approve the personnel report that you have before you. Are there any questions in regards to any other items listed in the personnel report?
I so move we approve the personnel report and vacancy list.
Second.
Moving second, all in favor? Passes 5-0.
Thank you.
8.2.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the board, superintendent, legal counsel. We have item 8.2 in front of you, which is the approval of the claims dockets and acceptance of financial reports. Included within the binders are the claims dockets closed dated March 8th and March 20th. Additionally, the March 2024 financial reports, expenditure, budget reports, and capital project summary report are attached. If there aren't any questions, it's recommended that the board of trustees approve the aforementioned claims dockets and accept the 5 required financial reports.
So,
Second.
Moving second, all in favor? Passes 5-0. 8.3.
8.3, Mr. James, members of the board, is a request for the approval or the recommendation of the approval of student travel. We have out-of-state travel for second graders at McLaurin to the Arts and Science Museum in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Overnight travel for the Natchez High School JROTC program to Sardis, Mississippi for competition. Out-of-state overnight travel for Fallon's FCCLA for a unit to Seattle, Washington for their national conference convention. Out-of-state overnight travel for the McLaurin Junior Beta unit to Savannah, Georgia, as well as the West Junior Beta unit to Savannah, Georgia. Out-of-state overnight travel for Natchez Middle School's TSA to their national convention in Orlando, Florida. And out-of-state overnight travel for the Natchez Early College Beta unit to Savannah, Georgia for their national convention. It's recommendation that the board approves the travel.
Before the recommendation is made, is there some more here?
Yes,
Hey,
ma'am.
Mr. Moore, how you doing?
Good evening.
Is this Skills USA?
No, ma'am.
What is it?
This is, the FCCLA group. There's a 2-part group. Mrs. Gutter with the early childhood education has a unit, and then the high school has a unit with the family and consumer sciences.
So will they be competing?
Yes, ma'am.
In what area?
In culinary and cooking.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay,
This Seattle trip, that's pretty far, huh?
Yes, sir, it is.
yeah.
Y'all driving or? How you doing?
Don't know yet. Hopefully we can fly.
Oh, you don't know how you going yet?
No, sir. We'll have more directions after today.
Okay,
What do you suggest?
I suggest you fly.
Okay.
That's what I suggest, I don't know whether you be able to do that, that's what I would suggest.
I think
We
that's
don't
how
see out of
we.
Washington. We
Yes,
don't
sir.
see out of Mississippi.
Right. Okay.
I move for approval of student travel.
second.
Been moving second, all in favor? Passes 5-0. 8.4.
Mr. James, members of the board, Ms. McDonald Green. Agenda item 8.4 is a request to offer remediation for our 3rd grade students and extended school year for our exceptional ed students. It is the recommendation of the superintendent that the board approve this request for remediation, summer remediation. Do you have any questions?
So moved.
Second.
Been moving second, all in favor? Passes 5-0. 8.5.
Mr. James, members of the board, we are seeking approval for the 2024-2025 student dress code guidelines. There are only a few changes of note. Under minimum dress requirements, we are spelling it out that there be no camouflage and the hunting suits are prohibited. So we're making sure that we spell that out this year.
You said the hunting suits?
Yes,
Okay, is there a particular reason? I'm asking.
you know, those great big hunting suits, just a lot of room to hide stuff.
Okay. Do we have that, is evidently that's not into, effect now? This is different from last year, I guess.
Correct, we had to add that now, once we, told students that wasn't appropriate, they were good about not wearing them, but
Okay.
of course, we get challenged on those kind of things, so we want to make sure that we put it in the
Now,
guidelines.
Tony,
this time.
they don't have to buy something with the Natchez insignia on it. They can, as I'm understanding, they can buy a solid navy as long as it's that.
Right.
So a parent could go to any
Yes,
store
Yes, ma'am.
and get this
yes.
for this uniform.
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
With some parent feedback, this year we didn't have a gold shirt in our uniform guidelines, so parents said, Mr. Fields, our colors are blue and gold, why don't we have a gold shirt? So, point well taken, so we've added a gold shirt for this upcoming year. Under tops for number 6, we had to put in the language of no hoodies or hooded jackets. So that spells that out. And also this year we are taking jeans out of the regular uniform, and they will be used by principals. Students can wear jeans on designated days. Principals want to use that as an incentive for attendance, no discipline, things like that. So we're going to straight uniform this year.
Wait a minute, let me ask you, you said you're taking jeans out,
Mm-hmm.
kids can't wear jeans as they wear it to wear it.
Right.
So you may have a Dollar Jean day on Friday.
We're not gonna do that. We thought about that, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna let principals use their discretion to say, hey, we've had a great week. Friday will be a jean day or a free dress day. If you had perfect attendance, that's a jean day, those type things.
So all the kids with, those who may not have either one of these, all they have are jeans, then their parents will have to purchase others.
Parents have really expressed that they really want the uniform
I
because
understand that, I know that, it's economic hardship on some parents, in certain situations, so we're going from what we were doing last year to something new this year, and then we excluded jeans. So my question is, even though you say some parents are okay with it, it might be a lot of them okay with it, but if 10% of them can't afford it, then it's still a problem.
I would
Mr.
say that.
I'm just
Jeans
throwing
are
out
a
a
lot
number.
more expensive than khakis.
I understand, I'm saying if they already have the jeans.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I'm talking about if they already have the jeans.
Right, but
So now you're saying you can't come to school unless you go out and buy, different things, so that's all.
They would just wear the regular khaki blue or black pants that they're wearing now. We just eliminated the jean.
Because we still have a program where we have,
Oh, yes,
there's
sir.
the need for us to
Yes, sir.
address.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We're able to provide, assistance through our federal programs funds. So we'll continue to do that and working with community partners. So our principals and, working with our family support workers and counselors, when we're able to identify parents who are in need, we provide the support that they.
And those are all the changes. So here's the recommendation from the interim superintendent that we approve the 2024-2025 dress code guidelines.
So moved.
Moved and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Okay, 8.6.
Good afternoon, James, members of the board, Jerry Green. And 8.6 is a request for approval of memorandum of understanding between the Natchez-Adams School District, South Career and Technology Center, and TMR Auto Sales. I think you heard a great bit earlier from Mrs. James as to the great things that are going on at TMR. Bishop Thurston and his wife reached out to me maybe a month and a half ago, and we kind of put together some things. So I'm gonna just give him yield to him for just a few seconds and let him tell you about TMR.
Good afternoon, good evening, school board, and I appreciate this opportunity for coming before you. I'm kind of in semi-retirement from pastoring, and I wanted to, kind of spark my interest in a radio, thing we had at 97.7. And I was looking for some of the solutions, for our community, and all I heard was lock them up, take the guns away, curfew. And so, I felt like my time as pastoring has been fulfilled. And so now we're looking towards the youth, and the only way we're going to be able to do it is kind of get in there and do it, you know. And so, we took on our first intern, and Mr. Moore came by, and one of the judges came by, and the law enforcement came by, and they just kind of stopped and paused and like, do you know what you was into, you know? And of course, 95% of success is showing up. And so we worked with this young man, and we paid him out of our own pocket, and he was our first prototype. And Mr. Moore can probably can tell you, you know, how he has really changed himself. Now, I don't want to say it on, you know, public record of who he is, but his dad called me today and said, can you talk to him? His attendance went down a little bit at the beginning of school. And so I said, hey, if you're gonna be part of this program, you gotta keep your attendance up at school. So I want to partner with the school district. We have already talked to the career coaches, and we have everything in place, because I don't believe in saying that I want to do something and not having something started. And so, Mr. West, that's why we worked for 2 years, and we have now the financial department that can give the individuals that want to become a finance the cars, paperwork, going to Carfax, any of the dealerships around. We have a shop and service and tires, and we're gonna do the aftermarket rims and the lifts to reach that generation, you know. And so we was blessed with John Deere's old building, so we have parts there. We have a 30-year-old guy in parts coming to teach that. We have a upholstery shop already in place, paint body, and detail shop. So, we have insurance that's going to cover them and all of that. And so we asked the school board to let us be able to, you know, to partner with them, you know, with you guys, and also with some of the youth court and drug court to be able to turn our children around. One child at a time, that's what I believe. And so thank you for this time. Thank you, Mr. Moore and Career Deal. We really appreciate this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have you seen the, Alexander, have you seen the memorandum of understanding?
Yes.
Is everything okay?
Yes.
Do we need to take action?
Yes.
I'll offer that as a motion. We would enter into the MOU with
TMR.
TMR Auto Sales.
Wanna know what that stands for?
Yeah,
That's my ride.
that's your ride.
TMR, that's what it stands for. That's my ride.
That's my
auto sales.
ride.
Oh, you trying to say I'm old? I don't know.
No, I had to, you know, I was asked, so I had to find out for myself.
That's my ride. That's what it stands for?
Yes, that's what it stands for.
I'll
Okay.
second
But I will say this, and going to my seat, it really is a great, operation that he has out there, and they're really putting together something special. So I think that we can create a pipeline for students. As you know, that we have, local car dealers, at the various dealerships making 6 figures. So those who are interested in learning how to finance and sell cars, he has that. He has the auto parts sales, but then he has the auto body part that directly aligns with what we do at Fallon, and then he has the upholstery. So I think, you know, it's a holistic approach to the car business.
That's good.
Yes, sir. Thank you all.
Been moved and seconded, all in favor? It passes 5-0. Thank you.
And I'd like to applaud Bishop Searcy. Anytime that Bishop Searcy comes to the school district, he is coming to bring solutions.
Amen.
And he's coming to bring opportunities for our children. So Bishop Searcy, thank you for your continued support and partnership.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. 8.7.
8.7, Mr. James, members of the board, is a recommendation for the approval of the use of facilities We have a request by the Christian Hope Baptist Church for the use of the Robert Lewis Middle School gym. We have a request of, the Special Olympics for Area 7 for the use of the Natchez High School track and field, and also for, the use of the Natchez Middle School gym for, a prom for, some of our special needs students. So it is the recommendation that the board approves the use of those three facilities.
What area does that, area 7 cover? I assume it's more than Adams County.
It does. Let me see if I can see.
But it's, you know, we can go and take action on it, I'm just curious as to
What
other
area
counties.
7, yeah.
Right,
I move that we approve the use of facilities, Mr. James.
second.
Moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0.
Christian Hope Gym, it's the basketball sport lines. That was.
He's in this one.
Yeah. They're requesting use for, for basketball.
This area 7, it encompasses more than track, right? But does it?
Area 7 is
Yeah.
a Special Olympics, so they have a number of activities that the children are involved in.
Is it just track and field?
For this particular,
Oh,
this
okay, for
particular
this
event.
particular, okay.
They have bowling, they do, yeah, so they have a lot of
Area
activities.
7, they just a variety of people, area role.
Yes.
Okay. All right. 8.8,
I would like, 8.8 move to executive session.
okay. 8.9,
Mr. James, members of the board, the Office of Human Resources is presenting on behalf of the superintendent a request for the board's kind consideration of the proposal. We are seeking approval to grant employees who have contracted COVID-19 for this school year 5 days of sick or personal leave to be returned. We understand that our staff is an asset to us, and their health and well-being is very important. And we wanna do our part to best support them during this challenging time. During the 23-24 school year, the district had 32 employees that contracted COVID-19. Some of them had to stay out of work for more than 5 days quarantine period, due to the fact that they had COVID and they had family members that they had to take care of that had COVID, which had them out up to 10 to 15 days. We understand the difficulties of this hardship on our staff and what they endure, and we want to do our best to assist them in their time of need. Therefore, the interim superintendent humbly requests that the board of trustees approve this proposal, and we appreciate your time and consideration and remain committed to supporting all of our employees in the school district. Are there any questions?
So move.
I missed,
So move. Don't take
somebody said I'd ask my question.
yeah, discussion. You second?
I was gonna
now
ask,
discussion.
I missed the first part, so you're giving days, or you taking away days, or
You're
you
requesting
recommend?
that you all approve to grant days and 5 days return to the employees. When the-
If they took it, it's not used on their sick leave.
They have
Oh,
to use their own sick and personal time when they were out for those 5 days or more,
Okay,
quarantine and take care of their family.
okay.
We did that for the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, but I just missed it. I was really paying attention.
So now all in favor?
Uh,
It passes. All right,
Mr.
8.10,
Members of the board, I'm here again this year in regards to our 2023-2024 MCS accreditation personnel report. We have received information from MGE. The Human Resources Department is presenting a human capital recruitment and retention strategic plan, Goal 3, on behalf of the interim superintendent. This plan aims to assist with the deficiencies that were identified in our district's 23-24 school year accreditation personnel data report. To address these deficiencies, the district must submit a human capital plan, which is gonna be option 3 in your packet. It's outlined
in your package. The option involves selecting and implementing the continuous usage of K-12 state adopted high-quality instructional materials in English language arts and or mathematics as part of the district's established textbook adoption process. The district must submit the human capital plan before the state deadline of May 1st. Failure to do so will result in the district being cited for non-compliance with the district's accreditation record summary. It is the superintendent's request that the board of trustees approve this plan. Are there any questions? So let me just add that for the last two years, we've had to submit a human capital plan because we have, non-certified teachers in positions. We have licensed teachers who are out of their certification area. And so because of those, we're unable to clear those deficiencies. We have a personnel, but we're unable to clear those. Then we have to submit to MD a plan of how we want to address, how we want to retain, how we want to recruit, how we want to get non-certified teachers certified. And so this year, we were given the option instead of, because we've submitted our plan for 2 years, they gave us an option of choosing 3 other options that we could present this year. One option is to fully implement the mentoring and induction toolkit and no required cost to the district, something that Dr. Mars and her team are already doing. Fully implement the professional growth system observation and developmental portal via the MECA system. So MDE has a licensure system that's called MECA. They are now adding another component where you can do the evaluation process through that particular portal at no cost to the district. And the third option was to use highly qualified instructional material, high quality instructional materials in ELA and math. And so we are already in that process. Our Wonders curriculum and our Study Sync curriculum are high quality instructional material. We adopted last year Envision Math that we'll roll out for the 24-25 school year, which is high quality instructional material. So we chose that option. So it is the recommendation that the board approves that we use that particular component to submit as our strategy for attracting high quality.
What about recruitment?
We are still in the recruitment process.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, do they ask about what our plans are?
Yes,
for
in our
recruitment?
plan, we have to identify, what are we doing? So we're put, some of the strategies that we've implemented, the recruiting, making certain that, vacancies are updated, on our website. They're placed in, publications throughout the state. They're published, are provided to the Mississippi Department of Education. We've placed them there. We work with non-certified teachers, providing them support and trying to become licensed. Mrs. Tennessee and her team do an awesome staff of constantly working with those personnel to guide them as to what they need to do. We've partnered with local community organizations that have provided praxis tutorial for our teachers. So all of those are part of our plan to develop, attract, and retain our teaching pool.
I don't have to say, Ms. Tennessee, that's our hardest job right there.
It
I
absolutely
understand it and I get it, and, you know, let us know if you need help anywhere.
So,
Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Been moved and seconded, all in favor? That passes 5-0. Okay. 8.11. Okay.
Mr. James, members of the board, 8.11 is the recommendation for the approval of a lease agreement between the Natchez-Adams School District and Zeta Delta Omega Chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated for the use of portions of Robert Lewis Middle School.
I have, wait a minute now. I wanted to ask a question before you do that. It's specified as a certain portion of it, right?
Yes.
Because I don't see a copy of the contract in this board book with a proposed lease agreement or whatever. I don't see any of that in relation to, all 3 of these.
yeah.
But I was waiting, at least as to this one, I was waiting for, direction about what rooms will be used, you recall?
And that was just oversight on my part, it's the cafeteria and the library.
Only,
Yes,
so I've got that in,
that was it.
I've got that in here describing there used to be a non-exclusive use of the cafeteria. So that's already in there.
When you say non-exclusive, what do you mean?
I mean that, they don't get to use it to the exclusion of others.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, just, cause I was just trying to make sure that we were able to use, you know, that facility and other facilities for multiple groups, if in
Right.
fact, people have some good things to try and do to help our community. Because anybody who's trying to work for the community, or the good of the community, should be able to work in a cooperative manner, you know, once.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was discussed in the last meeting,
Right,
that it wouldn't just be exclusive.
right. I just wanted to make sure.
So, that is, for me, it's in there, there's also an exhibit A that I will, handwrite, non-exclusive use of those areas, and then I think you can, I'm gonna do it right now, and you can approve it and be signed.
Right, but I just wanted to make sure conceptually we were talking about the same thing.
Yes, sir.
So moved.
Second,
Moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes, passes 5-0. 8, 12.
8.12 is approval of the lease agreement between NASD Pretty Girls with Brains and Southwest Wellness Association for the use of Fraser property. They have identified approximately 9 classrooms at that facility that they want to include as part of the lease agreement, with access to the library and the front office. We have worked with that group. One of the things that we discussed in their proposal, they stated that they were going to partner with other organizations. And so working with our legal counsel, one of the things what we discussed was, as a school district, in order to lease that property, that there are certain qualities or certain characteristics according to statute that have to be met and for us to lease the property. Therefore, we want to ensure that the board has the final approval of whatever organizations they partner with. So they can't sublease to another organization without the board's approval.
Right,
So that is a provision that they have agreed to as a part of their lease agreement.
Right.
okay, well, the issue, if in fact they propose to do some subleasing, would it be legal for us to allow them to charge? Okay, that's right.
That was part of our discussion, yes.
And whoever they may wanna sublease to, they need to come and present to
Yes,
the
ma'am, that's-
board. So we'll know who they are and what they are bringing.
That's a part of the new agreement.
Yeah.
What
The
about
board
the-
has to approve.
What about the equipment that they were talking about?
We discussed with them because of the partnership we're entering in, the district cannot, state that they are going to do all of those upgrades at this time and provide those equipment.
So it will be on them.
Yes,
So, say for instance, if they, put a stove or a unit in there and they decide to leave.
so one of the things that we did not agree to was the use of that cafeteria, that kitchen equipment. Yes, that's now part of our agreement.
Okay.
So, when if we need the school, then what happens? If we need,
You've got a 60-day
Yes, sir.
notice to terminate lease. It's both of these are renewable annually,
Right.
but there's also a provision that allows the district to terminate the lease on 60 days.
Okay, and if in fact they want to bring more than one group in, as I want to say, they have to come before the board.
Yes.
To get authorization for.
Yeah.
I move for approval to lease, the lease agreement between Natchez-Adams School District, Pretty Girls with Brains and Southwest
Do you
Wellness.
do something?
I just said it, I read it out to you this time.
there you go, that's the
So
problem.
moved.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Ah.
It passes 5-0. Okay, 8.13.
Mr. James, will you, pull 8.13 into executive session, consideration for executive session?
Okay. Administration reports, 9.1, Mr. Field.
Yes, sir, Mr. James, member of the board, you have these policies to review for 30 days.
How many policies is it?
It ain't that bad, it's not that bad.
Hey, you know what they always told me.
What is that?
They throw a lot of policies on you and know we're not gonna read them. And we vote on them, then we come back and ask you why this happened, and you be like, well, we gave it.
It's in the policy.
So no,
It's in the policy.
there are no revisions requested.
Okay,
No.
we gave it to you. Okay, 9.2, Mr. Davis.
Mr. James, members of the board, Ms. McDonald Green, before you, you all have the quarterly safety report from January to March. Any questions?
I haven't got that yet. Anything that happened? That's my main thing.
Anything happen?
Ain't nobody heard of nothing.
We had code slip triple five.
We have a few little things here. Well, for the most part, we will.
Okay. They had the wrong shoes on, right?
That's all. Trip, you know, stick here or there.
Always. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, 9.3.
I don't know if Ms. Bug, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. James, members of the board, Interim Superintendent McDonald Green, and our other, central office leadership members. For your review is the ARP ESSA 3 overview, and that, Excel spreadsheet shows you our expenditures up through March 29th of 2024. Any questions regarding the ARP ESSA 3 overview?
No, I don't have anything.
Thank you.
It's fine,
I was just. All right. Board calendar, 9.4. Anything need to be added by the board or taken off, give it, Ms. Davis.
Did we decide on the retreat date?
Yeah,
Yeah, they told you.
I gave it to,
You said okay.
Ms. Davis,
I just want to make sure.
June 11th,
11th to
13th.
13th, not the first.
Right.
I guess the accident report. Okay. Good. So if something not on here, you just add what happened and put it on there.
So if, well, it depends on which month, so if it's within the.
No, what I'm saying is like, you got certain categories like fracture, fall, cut, like that.
Right.
So if it was something new, you just added to
Right,
it.
right, cause this one was, I think, revised about 2 years ago,
Right.
so that's what we have now.
I'm just wondering, get by what?
So if you break the elbow and it's not on here, then you're able to break the book here.
Now, with these reports, you have like, you know, details.
Great, I know it on the report itself. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. 9.5.
9.5 superintendent's updates, I hope you received your in the loop board update, but I'll just get some of the highlights. The first one is we are in the midst of an audit, so our federal programs audit started on today. There's a team of about 6 people here from the Mississippi Department of Education who will be in the district through tomorrow, going through our federal programs, documentation. I'd like to applaud, Mrs. Butler and her team. They have been preparing for months to make certain that we have documentation, so we are looking forward to, our final report. So that's what we will await. There are several audits that we will be involved in between now and I believe July. We have a gifted education audit that's supposed to occur. We have a exceptional education audit, that is also, supposed to occur. So as we get updates from those reports from the audits, we will share those with the board. ESSER revision request. We have an appointment with Dr. Judy Nelson, who is the executive director over the department that approves ESSER revisions. I had a conversation with her approximately 3 weeks ago regarding our proposals. There were some additional questions that she had, so we are going to meet with her. Mrs. Butler and I are going to meet with Dr. Nelson in order to answer those follow-up questions, and hopefully those 2 projects will be approved after that conversation.
When is this meeting scheduled?
Next week.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Next week.
Y'all gonna travel to see her?
It's virtual. It's virtual. Yes. My voice, my NASD community forum, the board is aware that I presented, for information purposes, a proposal to reorganize the school district. And one of the provisions of the plan was to ensure that we receive stakeholder feedback, from all, throughout our community. We have visited all 3 elementary staffs. We have to reschedule our middle school visit because we wanted to make certain that employees are aware of what we're proposing, why we're proposing it, and how it potentially will impact them. Those elementary sessions have been very, very good sessions. Teachers have been receptive to the proposal, especially after explaining to them the reasons why we are considering reorganizing the district. On this past week, last Tuesday, we had our community forum at the Natchez High School that was well attended. We thank Dr. Bunch for being present, again, being able to explain to our parents and community members what this proposal, the reasons for this proposal. I will share that based upon the feedback that we received, we had approximately 100 or more participants in the forum on last Tuesday. We had 53 respondents to the survey. And those respondents received well. They understood the reasons for the proposed reorganization. Of course, there are some apprehensions, and we understand that. The most the area that parents are most apprehensive about is transportation, the logistics. That if I have multiple children who are at multiple schools, and I am the person who's going to provide transportation, how is that going to impact them as a family? Right. We have spoken to the Director of Transportation with Echo Ryan. He is working on the logistics because one of the things that we discussed as a leadership team that we don't want to occur is lengthy wait times in the afternoons for students. That when they are dismissed, they're not after school an additional 30, 45 minutes to an hour. So he's assured us that he is able to make certain that our dismissal times are not extended. And so again, we've had good feedback. There is one additional area that we want to explore before we present to the board the request to approve a reorganization of the district.
But are we getting back enough so that we feel like we're hearing from those parents?
That's one of the reasons that we want to make certain.
I'd like to really see the statistics, and what those,
comments.
The comments of the parents, because they made a lot of them, and they came from a lot of different perspectives that were good, and that we need to, I think the board should know those perspectives.
And I will provide the board access to those comments. Again, I was pleasantly surprised by the feedback. Again, there's some hesitation around transportation. That was the most prevalent one. There were some respondents, not very many, who said that they believe that we needed to wait, that this is not the time to do the reorganization. But the majority of the respondents said they understood that we are trying to address teacher shortage. As I shared with them, and I don't think I shared with the board in the initial presentation, as of last Tuesday, there were 17 vacancies. We have 1 certified applicant. Since that time, we have been notified and now received official notice that there are potentially some other employees who are leaving out of the district, who are leaving out of the state, who are, again, going to leave vacancies. And so the concern is, how do we ensure that when our doors reopen for the 24-25 school year, that all of our children have highly qualified and certified teachers standing before them in those
Now,
classrooms?
I will say to the board, being in the room, it was made very clear. Your argument was clear and everybody understood it when they start to see what our problems are about covering, these schools. If we have one vacancy, there's, some kids are, they don't learn that day or that week, right? That's the issue, is to make sure that we've got coverage.
So one of the areas that I informed the community about was at Magalone. There are two 4th grade ELA teachers. There are 2 4th grade math teachers. Those 2 4th grade ELA teachers, one is retiring, one is relocating. So now what happens in July when we open the doors, if we remain as we are and we don't have any certified teachers? We have 4th grade certified teachers at West, and we have certified teachers at Morgantown, but you won't have a certified teacher at Magalone. That's not equitable.
Right.
And so if we can see a way to reorganize, to make sure that we're able to cover those classrooms, then that's something that we have to seriously consider. I have considered all of the comments that we've received, and the one sticking point. So we could say, yes, we could wait. But the one thing that has kept me up, what happens when we can't fill those positions? That is, and so our team has been working to try to identify some people that we may be able to, recruit back into the school district. And that's what we're working to make certain that we are able to cover all of these areas.
Let me ask you, I was gonna ask, because you have a change in the grouping of kids, have you done any investigation of other school districts and how they group kids in terms of grade level, that kind of thing?
So we have.
How does that impact the kids, the changing, if we go with this?
We're working to identify some districts who are comparable to our demographics and our size, to determine how they've done it. Anecdotally, some other colleagues of ours have shared that their districts have that similar grade configuration. This is nothing new to our school district because we've done it before.
I've heard it didn't work before, that's why I asked.
Yes, sir. So, and again, I can't tell you the reason why we went to neighborhood schools. I was not part of the leadership team at that time and not part of those discussions, so I'm not quite certain about that. As I shared earlier, the middle school configuration, we've read the literature. We know internally 6th through 8th grade is a difficult configuration. And traditionally, the middle school has had the lowest performing achievement accountability rate as a district, except for when we split the schools into the different academies. Dr. Morrison shared last week, she was over there doing some duty over there on the campus. And just to be able to observe the difference in behaviors between the 6th grade students and the 8th grade students. Our 6th grade students are still on the elementary level. Our 8th grade students are moving towards secondary high school. And we just need to make certain that we're creating an environment that's going to be the most conducive and supportive for our students in the middle. Because middle school is different.
What it all boils down to, what we do is best for the district.
Absolutely.
As a whole. And I know some people can be upset or whatever about it, but you just gotta do what you gotta do.
And again, as Dr. Bunch says, we want to make certain we put it out there and give everyone an opportunity to express provide their feedback. And so hopefully our numbers will increase. And again, we'll take all of that into consideration before we present a final request to the board. Renovations at the elementary schools are on track. We know that testing has started, third grade, started testing on today. We're having to be very strategic on those campuses to make certain that we're not interrupting that testing environment. And so the contracting team has been very receptive to us making those adjustments. On the second page of your, board, FYI, some of the student accomplishments that, were not brought forth today that I've mentioned about Natchez Community Health with our allied, health science classes, job shadowing at the hospital. We applaud our culinary arts program at the Natchez High School under the direction of Deborah Allen. They participated in the culinary arts competition with the FCCLA, Mr. Moore.
Yes.
Yeah, convention during spring break, and they placed first in the salad preparation competition, and so that is going to
Salad.
Make a salad, you can't do it.
However, if you've been over to the Natchez High School, in those events that they have hosted, those students are doing wonderful.
They're doing outstanding.
Tony can attest to that.
Oh, well, great students.
Yeah, can you
In other words, what they're saying is, we don't know how to make a salad, we need to go over
They need to go there so they can teach.
there. We throw our stuff together.
On this past week, we had the No Way Out Battle of the Bands competition at the middle school and high school. Hosted over 25 bands from around the region. I think we had one band from Houston. And so I'd like to applaud Coach Moore, Jamie and McAllister, Officer Davis, Mr. Fields, that entire team. I was unable to attend because I was under the weather, but I understand it was well organized, well managed, and well attended. And so I say kudos to them. Mr. West, I just can reflect back a few years ago where our band was. Our band is outstanding.
Well, I know it is now. It's been a whole lot better.
So we have come a long way.
I could have made a better sound than them, and I don't even know, can't even use it. During that time.
During that time, that Mr. McAllister and Mr. McLean and that team, we applaud them for how they have changed the trajectory of that program.
Yes, no.
Because the program in the Battle of the Bands, they came in first place, didn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
you? You remember a few years ago on that stage?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was sad.
Move on.
So our elementary programs have had their testing kickoff parades. We participated in the McLaurin parade on yesterday. You would have thought it was a mini homecoming. It was a 30-minute parade around McLaurin. So we applaud our parents who came out to support. You do have information regarding our upcoming graduation season. And so you have the schedule there of activities, also baccalaureate services. And so we are excited to be moving to graduation season. We applaud Ms. Davis for keeping us on track and in line. And finally, he stepped out. Dr. Cook, though. I think last time he was here, he was the interim president, but we like to salute Dr. Tracy Cook, who is now the president of Alcorn State.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Board report, Dr. Robinson.
What I wanna say is what I always say, please stay safe. There's been so many people that I've known for the past couple of weeks, months, that have been really sick with COVID. So COVID is not gone. You all please, if you don't wear your mask, then I think you need to get your vaccination. But anyway, stay safe.
Okay, Mr.
No, sir, nothing.
No comment.
Ware.
It's just a great day to be a board.
Yeah,
Thank y'all for everything that you do.
yeah.
Okay. Anything to say?
Board authorization, we have a closed determination.
Second.
Been moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0, close determination.